Hi, welcome to Pilates. I'm Myra. Thanks for joining me. Go ahead and kneel, or if you want to sit cross-legged, because that's more comfortable, then that's great too. So we're going to place our hands on our ribs to start with our Pilates breath. First, engage those abs, press the belly button into the spine. Then we'll inhale, feel the ribs opening, and exhale, feel the ribs knitting together. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through an open, relaxed mouth. And again, inhaling. And exhale. Inhale, ribs open. Exhale, belly is nice and tight. Good, keep that breath going as you inhale your arms up. Exhale, dropping one hand down to your side and take a gentle stretch. Press that shoulder down the back. Inhaling to center. And exhale, go ahead and stretch it to the other side. Every exhale, think to tighten the belly even more. Inhale to center. Exhale, once again, stretching to your first side. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Inhale up, arms down by your sides. And then rolling the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them down the back. Keeping that belly tight as we're working. Inhaling. And exhale. 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Good, go ahead and walk your hands out in front of you so we're on all fours. Continuing to warm up our spine with some cat and cows. Inhaling to arch the back. Lift the head and chest. Exhale, press the belly in and curve the spine to the sky. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, opposite direction. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through a relaxed mouth. Good, holding it right there. Pressing the belly button into the spine. Breathing through the ribs. And then go ahead and find a neutral spine. Go ahead and glue the legs together. Make the arms nice and strong and tighten the waist. Inhale to lengthen one leg out behind you, lifting it up to hip height. And then as you exhale, curving the back and knee to nose. Inhale to lengthen, tighten the waist, and exhale to curve. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, curve. Good, holding it there. Keeping the breath going. 2 more breaths. Last one. And lowering it down. Find again your neutral waist. Flat back. Other leg extending out long. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to curve. Inhale, lengthen, keep that knee facing down towards the ground. And exhale, curve. And again, inhaling. And exhale, tight belly and hold. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Last one. And lowering the knees down. Good. Tuck the toes and lift the hips to downward dog. Our first stretch behind our legs, so take it easy. Take a few moments. Maybe slowly walking out the feet or bending the legs. Pressing the shoulder blades down the back so we have a long neck. Good, and let's just inhale to lift the heels and exhale to lower the heels and hold it there for 2 more breaths. Press the belly in strongly. And again, lifting the heels, and this time we're going to roll through our spine to plank pose. Make sure the belly is tight. You're squeezing your butt. You're strong in the shoulders. Good, and coming to our first leg, inhaling to lift the leg, and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend. And as we go knee to nose, try to keep the hips right where they are. And one more. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Step back to plank. You can rest the knees down in child's pose or rest in your downward dog. 2 deep breaths before we move on to the other side. Good, making your way back to plank from wherever you are. Onto your next side, lifting that leg, squeeze the belly, and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend, and exhale to curve. Inhaling, and exhale. Good, stepping to downward dog or resting in child's pose. 2 breaths. And lowering the knees back to all fours, tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders. Good, and then we're going to twist over, looking towards your right or left hip, inhaling there, and exhaling to center. Inhale to twist. Other side, and exhale to center. Once more each way, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good, lowering the forearms down to the ground. Hands can be right in front of elbows, or you can clasp your hands for a little more ease. Coming into forearm plank, extend the legs behind you, and coming back into your breath. 3 deep breaths. Press the belly in strongly. Good, and gently bending the knees to tap the knees down to the floor, and then exhale as we lift. Inhale, bend, nice and slow, and exhale, straighten. 1 more, bending, and straightening. Good, press back up to plank, and back to downward dog. Go ahead and walk the feet all the way to meet the hands at the front of your mat. Dangling over our feet, they can be wide apart, they can be glued together. Whatever feels good on your body right now. We'll take a few breaths here before we sit down. Good, and then go ahead and sit down. And then planting the feet right in front of us. Nice bend in the knees. Inhale to a long spine. And then exhale, scoop the belly, and we'll make our way to laying on our backs. We're going to come right into our hundreds. So legs can stay bent on the ground, tabletop, or straight, or out at an angle, or even lower for the most challenge. So select your leg position, then before we start, imprint the spine, press the belly down. We want to keep it there the whole time. Lift the head and chest, and then pump those arms as we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, knees to your chest. And into a full body stretch. Take a deep inhale. Toes to the sky, and then exhale. We're going to roll up. If this is too much for you now, go ahead and bend the legs and roll up with bent legs. Inhale to a long spine, and then exhale, curve the back, press the belly in, and roll down. Inhaling. And exhaling, roll it back up. Reaching over the toes. If you have bent legs, then go ahead and stretch your legs out strong so you can join us here. Maybe hands grazing the floor. And then rolling it back down. Trying to keep the belly pressing in is our goal here. But it's very challenging, obviously. Inhaling and exhale, rolling up one more time. Inhale, reaching over the feet. Hands grazing the floor maybe. And rolling it back down. Good, staying on the floor. Go ahead and plant the feet on the ground. And hands behind our head. We're going to go ahead and stretch the right leg out nice and long. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, lifting the leg to the sky. Again, you can always do this with the bent leg. Inhale, lower. And this time as we exhale to lift, we'll also lift our head and chest. Inhale, lowering it down, lay the head down and keep it there as we lift the leg. And inhale, lowering. And exhale, lift the leg and lift the chest. Good. Inhale, lowering the leg, keeping the chest lifted. Hold it hovering, open the elbows, and then lift the leg higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything down. And bend that leg in. And stretch the opposite leg out. Trying to press the belly down towards the mat. Take an inhale breath, make sure you have a long neck. And exhale to lift the leg to the sky. Inhale, lowering it down. And exhale, this time lifting the head and chest. Inhale, lowering everything, keeping the head down. Exhale, lifting just the legs. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, try to keep the elbows wide as we lift the head and chest. Good, now just lowering the leg. And the leg lifts a little higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower it down and stretch both legs out. Inhale, the arms straightening above the ears, and exhale to roll it up. Coming into our spinal stretch, reaching over the toes with the belly pressing behind us. Maybe the hands graze the ground. And then we unroll the spine. Inhale to stack the shoulders all the way on top of the hips. And exhale to dive it forward. Back into our spinal stretch. And exhale, unrolling. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, try not to purse the lips and put any, like I just did. And unroll the spine. Good, last one, inhale, long spine. Exhale, dive it forward. Trying to exhale from the back of our throat. And then this time rolling ourselves back down to the ground. Good, and then taking the hands down by our side and lifting the right leg to the sky. Coming into leg circles. We're going to let our hip rise off of the floor as we cross our leg over our body. Inhale to lower it. And exhale, lift quickly to the top. Reverse the circle. Inhale to open. Exhale, lift the hip to the top. And reverse. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and switch the legs. Left leg crossing our body. Left hip lifting off the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Reverse. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross and lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Good. And then lifting the head and chest off the floor. Coming into some scissors, but nice and slow. We inhale to switch the legs, keeping the hands down by our side. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and just keep that foot in line with the hip. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more, in and out, and in and out. Good, rest the knees into the chest. Hands back down by our side and legs to the sky. So we're going to lower our legs down to the center, keeping the low back pressing to the floor. And instead of lifting the legs straight back, we're going to open our legs out to a straddle and then bring them together at the top. And now reverse the circle, so opening our legs to a straddle, lowering them down to meet, and then lifting through the center. And again, lowering, try to keep the belly engaged as you lower the legs, opening the legs, and lifting to the center. Reversing that motion, opening up, lowering the legs to meet, and lifting to center. Good, you can stay here or come with me to lift the head and chest up, keeping the hands behind the head. Go ahead and lift. Good, lowering the legs. And open. And center. And opening. And lowering. And lift. One more set. Lowering. And open. And lift. And open. And together. And lift. Good, rest the head down. And let the legs open. Back out to your straddle. Good, this time go ahead and place the hands gently on the inner thighs. We're gonna flex the feet and then let the knees bend as the heels travel towards each other. And then point the toes and straighten the legs out. And again, flex the feet. You're giving a little extra push on those inner thighs, but only if that feels okay. Bending the legs, heels traveling towards one another. Pointing the toes, and then opening. Good, one more, flex the feet. Bringing the heels towards each other. This whole time keeping the belly strong. Point the toes, and extending. Good, hands down by your side and slowly closing the legs, thinking backs of the heels traveling together. And bring the hands up to meet them, pointing to the sky, and we'll lower everything to the ground in 8 counts. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, inhale to stretch the spine, and exhale to roll up. And reaching over the feet. And unrolling the spine. Good, reaching the arms out to a T and coming into saw. Lengthen those legs, toes to the sky. Inhale to twist to one side and exhale to reach it forward. And inhale, twist to the other side. And exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, twist, and exhale, reach. Once again, inhale and exhale. Really press the belly in as we bend forward. Inhale, it's easy to let the belly go there. And exhale. Good, inhaling to center. Go ahead and point the toes and exhale to roll back halfway. Good, we're gonna inhale, pulling the right elbow back and twisting to the right. And center. Inhale, pulling the left. And center. Good, inhale, twist and hold, lifting the right leg up. And down, and lifting the left leg up. And down. Good, center. Exhale, left elbow, lifting the left leg up. And down, right leg up. And down. Inhale, center. And exhale, slowly lower back down to the ground. Inhaling, long body. Good, as you exhale, go ahead and plant the feet. Easy bend in the knees, imprint that spine, and then taking the legs to tabletop position. Keeping the imprint of the spine, go ahead and lift the head and chest up. You could always stay down on the ground. And extending both legs on an inhale, and exhale, bend. Now our arms will lift above the ears, inhale, and exhale. Legs reaching, and bending. Arms up, and down. Again, reach and bend and arms. Now everything reaching and bring it back together. And open and closing. One more. Open and close. Good. Hands behind the head. Lower the head and chest down. Keep that low back pressing towards the floor. Good. We're going to come into twists, but we're going to do them with straight legs. But again, option to keep your top leg bent if that feels better for you. So one leg to the sky, one leg hovering. Inhale to lift and exhale to twist. Inhale, start switching the legs, and exhale, twist to the other side. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really trying to keep the elbows open, keeping the low back pressing towards the floor. Inhale, exhale, good, and we're going to stop on this side. Hold it right there, reach the hands, and once again, we're lifting that bottom leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head as you switch the legs. Reach the hands on the outside of the leg and lift the bottom leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try to press the belly button down to the ground. 2, and 1. Good. Legs to the sky. Hands behind the head. Rest it down. We're resting here. If you want a lot more of a rest, go ahead and rest the knees into the chest. One more breath. We're going to repeat the same straight leg twists, just a little quicker this time. So go ahead and lower either leg down. Lift the head and chest. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold. Reach the arms. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Hands reach. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're continuing back to the other side and lowering it down. 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Down to 2, 1, and switch. And 2, 1, and switch. And 1, switch. 1, last set. 1, switch, and 1, and switch, and let's all rest our knees into our chest. Give everything a little break. Nice work. Extending everything long, reaching the arms up. And then we're just going to roll over to our stomachs. Okay, so legs about mat width apart, and hands resting on, forehead resting on our hands, Squeeze the butt, straighten the knees, and then we're lifting our upper body off the floor. Inhaling to lift, and exhale to lower. And again, inhale, lift the upper body, and exhale to lower. Good, move the hands, so now the hands are under our shoulders. And inhale to peel ourselves up. And exhale to lower. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, lower. Make sure the legs are still nice and strong. Now extending our arms to cactus arms. And again, inhale, lifting. And lowering. Inhale, lift. And lower. And stretching the arms in front of us in line with the shoulders. Make sure that belly is as tight as can be. Think there's an ice cube under your belly button. Inhale, lifting, starting with the arms and then lifting the upper body with it. And exhale down. And one more. Inhale to lift. And lower. Good. And now we'll take some weight into our hands so they can be right underneath the shoulders if you have a nice flexible back. Or if your back is not as healthy or a little stiffer, come back to cactus arms. So we'll inhale to lift, taking some weight to our hands to stretch the arms, lift the chest, and slowly roll it back down. Once again, inhale, lifting up, keeping the belly tight, straightening the arms, and rolling down. One more time. Inhale, lift. We're going to hold it at the top, so really squeeze the belly. And at the top, making sure we have a long neck. Our chest is lifting as much as possible. Our shoulder blades pressing down our back and lower. Good, hands under the shoulders, glue the legs together, and then just pressing up onto our knees. Curve the spine back, engage those abs, resting in child's pose. Take about 3 breaths here. Every exhale, feel the belly button squeeze into the spine. Good, and then coming up and switching back to our legs in front of us. And let's come into spinal twist. So once again, legs are strong and engaged, toes to the sky, arms reaching out. Take an inhale, twist to one side. We exhale, exhale, inhaling to center. Exhale, exhale, inhale. And again, exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Last 2. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Good, and let's go ahead and roll to our backs. Good, and then planting the feet. Good, and then lifting the hips in one piece. We're up onto our shoulders. And lowering in one piece. Now rolling up, so tuck the tailbone, slowly lifting one vertebrae at a time off the mat onto your shoulders. And then slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time. And now lifting in one piece up and lowering down. And then that rolling sensation through the spine. 1 centimeter at a time and rolling it down 1 centimeter at a time. Good, go ahead and glue the legs together and bend the right leg. We're going to do the same thing, lifting up in one piece and lowering down. Roll through the spine and roll it down. Lift up and lower, roll up, and roll down. Good, replace that leg, other leg bending. Engage the abs, lift and lower. Roll up and roll down. Lift and lower. Roll up and roll down. Good, replace that leg. And now straightening the leg to the sky and lifting the hips up and down. And again, straight up and hold it right there and lift a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips and switch the legs. Lifting the hips up and down. Lift up and hold and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5. Tighten the waist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lowering it down and lower that leg. And then stretching the legs out and rolling to one side. So just go ahead and bend the legs nice and easy. And you're going to take your top hand and put it under your shoulder when you lay down. So it's right there. Other hand can wrap along the rib cage, wherever feels comfortable. So just pressing up that arm straight and lowering it back down. And pressing up and down. And lift and bend and lift and bend. Good, and then we're going to switch over into our legs. So resting your head in your hand, and we're going to bring our legs to a 90-degree angle, so feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. Make sure the belly is nice and strong before we start. So lifting the leg and extending the leg. We lower it down, tap the toes all the way to the floor, lift and bend and lower. And again, lift the knee to keep that top hip stacked, lower, tap the toes, lift and bend and down. Make sure both feet are nice and stretched and pointed. Extend and toe to the floor and lift, bend and lower, and again up and straighten, down and lift, bend and lower. Good, now go ahead and flex the feet. We're continuing with the same motion, lifting and straightening, lower, tap that foot to the floor, lift, bend, and down. And again, up, extend, lower, lift, bend, and together. So just find a comfortable breath. You can breathe with the motions, one inhale or exhale per movement, or just find long, deep breaths and down. Good, last one, open, straighten, lower, up, bend, and down. Good, and then straighten the legs out so they're in front of our hips. And then just small lifts about medium height, lifting up, and our legs are still, our feet are still flexed and down, up and down. 3 and down, and 4 and down, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and then walk your legs forward so they're all the way out in front of us. Our body is making a 90-degree angle about. Press the belly in, make sure you have a long neck, and then again, lift that top leg, medium height and lower. Up and down. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and then take the legs back where they were, or up, so we're in a nice straight line. Good, and then bending that top leg in. We'll all rest our head down. We're in a nice straight line here. Go ahead and flex that bottom foot and lifting that bottom leg to the sky and down. Think you're lifting the arch of your foot to the ceiling and lower and up, and then check in with the belly. It's lifting towards the back and down. 5 and lower. 6 and lower. 7 and 8. Good, lift it as high as you can in small pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good, coming back into work with our top leg, finishing with some large motions of the leg. So bring the feet out slightly in front of the hips. Coming into some large leg lifts, lifting up and down. Stack those hips. Try to keep them there when you lift your leg and down. Passe, bend and straighten and lower. And again, bend, the foot is pointed, straighten, it's pointed, and then flex it down. Back into our leg lifts. Up and down and up and down. Now we reverse our passe, so coming up with a flexed foot, bending and straightening it out. And flex the toes and bend and straighten. Same sequence. Up and down. Press the belly in. Up and down and passe. Bend the knee, straighten, flex the foot on the way down. And bend, straighten, and flex. And all the way up and all the way down. Up and down. Reverse your passe, flex the leg, point the foot, bend, and straighten it down. Last one, up, bending, and lowering. Good, and then straightening ourselves out again, bending the legs to where we started with our tricep work, coming into another set of that. So hand is right under the shoulder, other hand wherever it feels comfortable. Good, and then lifting up, straightening the arm, and lowering. And up, and down. Keep the belly tight and strong, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Good, and then go ahead and roll onto your tummy. Again, resting the forehead in the hands, lengthening out the spine, and straightening the legs. Legs are about mat width. And lifting the legs in one piece up and down. Just the right leg, lift and lower, and both legs up and down. Just the left leg, up and down. Same thing, lifting up and lowering, right leg, lift and lower. Strong tummies, both legs, and down. Left leg, up and down. Good, hands under shoulders. Tuck the toes and lifting to plank. Good, holding it there. And again, lifting just our right leg up and down. Left leg lift and lower. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. 2 more, up and down. Strong in the waist and up and down. Good, go ahead and lower the knees and go ahead and switch over to work our other side. So starting with our tricep work, legs in a gentle bend and hand under the shoulder. And here we go, lifting up and down. Squeeze the belly, lift and lower and lift and lower. One more, lift and lower. Now coming into our leg work, so we started with that 90-degree bend in our legs and engaging the belly, toes are pointed. Lift the leg, extend, bend, and down, and again. Oops, sorry, lift, extend, lower the leg, I missed that, sorry. Up, and bend, and down. And again, lift, extend, lower, and bend. Check in with those hips. Are they staying stacked when you lift that top hip? Lift and extend, lower, up, bend, and check in with the belly and down. Good, now flex the feet and continuing, lift, out, lower, and up, bend, and down. Lifting, stretching, lowering, up, bend, and down, and lift. Straightening, lowering, up, bend, and down. Again, checking with the belly, lift, and up, straightening, lift. See if you can press your belly, lift your belly away from your hand, and if you can, then we know that our abs were not engaged as much as they could be. Straightening out the legs, it's a good test if you haven't checked your abs in a while. And bringing our legs quite a bit in front of us, and a medium height lift. 8 and 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, move those legs up so our body is a nice 90-degree angle, and lifting the top leg. 8, 7, 6, this is a tough one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Straightening out the legs, bending the top knee in. We're in a nice long line, lower the head, flex the bottom foot, and lift it as high as you can. 8, 7, check in with the belly. 6, 5, nice deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Good, again, lifting it up and a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then finishing up with our top leg. Finding a nice big motion. Lifting and lowering. Bringing it up and down. Passe. Bend, straighten, and flex and lower. And bend, straighten, and flex and lower. And up, and down, and up, and down, and reverse the passe, up, bending and straightening, and up, bending and straightening. And again, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, passe, bend, straighten, and down, and bend, straighten, and down, and lift, and lower, lift, and lower, and flex, bend, and lower. Lift with the flex, bend, and down. Good, roll into your stomach. Hand and forehead, not forehead and hands, I'm sorry. Lifting the legs up and down. Left leg lift and lower. Both legs lift and lower. Right leg lift and lower, both legs lift and lower, left leg lifts and lower, both leg lifts, lower, right leg lift and lower. Good, and then coming back to our side for our second set of our tricep work, hand under the shoulder, legs at a slight bend. And here we go, straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend. Two more, up, and down, and up, and down. Good, rolling back to our stomachs, hands under the shoulders, and lifting to plank. And lifting the left leg and down, and the right leg and down, left and right. Last two, left and right. Good, let's lower down slowly to our stomachs, elbows pressing in towards the ribs. And then let's roll to our backs. And take an easy thread the needle stretch. Stretch out those hips. Let's cross the left leg, left ankle over the right knee. And give it a gentle pull towards your chest. Maybe interlacing the fingers in front of the shins. Take a few deep breaths. Good. And then lower the knees and let the knees drop towards the right. Take the arms out to a T. Easy spinal stretch. 2 breaths. and then knees back to the ceiling. This time crossing our right ankle over our left knee. And then pulling it in towards you. Keep the breath going. Good, and then feet down to the floor. And knees towards the left. Arms out to a T, both shoulders glued to the ground. Good, and then planting the feet back on the floor. Walk them away from you, so you just have a gentle bend in the knees. Once again, rolling up, so arms above the ears. Deep inhale. And exhale, rolling it up. Good, and then finding that balance point on your sits bones. Grabbing under the thighs. And then lift the bottom half of the legs so that they're parallel to the floor. Staying here is a great option, or go ahead and release the arms. And also staying here, or come with me to extend one leg down, lowering it and bending and lifting it back together. Other leg straightening and lowering and bending and together. And again, lowering and lifting and lower and lift. Good. Again, grab under the thighs, holding there, or let the legs lower down. Once again, staying here is still a great option. We're still working our abs. Or release the arms. Staying here to repeat our leg extensions, or go ahead and straighten your legs with me. And stretching out the left leg. And lifting. And right leg. And lifting. And we're trying to move our leg independently of the rest of our body. The rest of our body's frozen. And right leg lower. And lift. Good. Lowering back down to your back, nice and slow and controlled. Rolling to your stomach. Arms and legs extended away from each other. And we're lifting everything off the mat, lifting and lowering. Nice and slow. Lift and lower. Good, one more here. Lift and lower. Good, and into our last thing, finishing up with our Pilates push-ups. Find your plank. And we'll find 3 tricep push-ups. You can always just hold your plank, lowering and lifting, or you could do your push-ups with your knees to the ground. And one more. Good, lift the hips to downward facing dog. Walk the hands in to meet the feet. Deep breath in. Exhale, scoop the belly and slowly unroll the spine. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, opening the arms to the side, dropping the chin to the chest, and rolling it back down. Walking it back out to plank, and once again, maybe 3 tricep push-ups, or whatever you like. Down, and up, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift. Lift the hips to downward dog. Walk the hands in. Let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly and slowly roll up with your abdominals engaged. Inhale to lift the arms. And exhale to open to finish up with our class. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See ya.